Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. 1 game to determine the national championship. Bringing it out, it's Campbell. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking for some space. It's Owens. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Second down play coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Reed. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Well, if you're going to be able to play in the SEC and be a dominant team, you have to have defensive linemen like this right here. We've seen that from Georgia over the years. They've been incredibly blessed to have defensive linemen that can hold up against the run, also have the ability to do this right here, which is pressure the quarterback and come up with those sacks.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. And looking for a big play here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
And suddenly off the interception, it's 1st and goal for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dawgs. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fielded in the end zone. It's Campbell. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession, ended in a pick. He'll pitch it. Brought down quickly after the pitch. The defense reading that option very well. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Offense getting set. Second down play here. To the air. It's Reed. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Chris, he's getting in there so quickly. Yeah, you might want to consider a chip block with either the tight end or a running back to slow him down. He's just too talented out there.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. And he'll set up to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Robinson. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray and more recently Jake Fromm. And, of course, Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Second down after that run on the previous play. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll be taken down, but a penalty flag on the field. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Now it's second down here. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. Fires it to the wideout. Freshman trying to take a shot, but put too much on the throw.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Looking for his big tight end. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare. A wide-open receiver streaking for a touchdown. You could throw a hook shot out there, let him get underneath it, and let him run to the end zone. What a missed opportunity.
The Dogs will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. The pass rush closing in. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The quarterback making some changes at the line. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He grabs it inside the 20. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. And the Aggies come to the line in a hurry up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kurt.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Reed. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there. And the offense will have a 1st and goal.
What's another huge game for this guy? And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
1st and goal, handoff. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Here's the point after attempt.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. breaking free at the 35. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Big runs like this. Demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence, and you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's spent. Lets it fly to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The attempt is no good. Through the second quarter of play, this game remains tied.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Can he get there on the ground? Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking to pass this time. On the run here. Lets it go. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. That's a short return, but the pick wipes out a scoring threat and sets up the offense at the 33.
When the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Scanning the field. Inspect. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. You come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Caught behind the line. It's Robinson. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he's brought down. A sack by the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play. He's past the marker and still going.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hope the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, a great job of coming up with a huge play by this offense. A nice pass by the quarterback, and you look at the time here before we get to the half. They got a real shot here to put a touchdown up on the board.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking to pass. It's back. Looks to his left and makes the completion. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia. And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it for a big gain. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Has the first down and more. He'll avoid a tackle there with a slide. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Aggies will kick it deep to begin the second half. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Dawgs offense is back out on the field. Oh, can you believe it? He dropped the ball. Don't see that often from this excellent receiver. He's going to bring up second down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. To throw, it's back. Defense is coming after him. And the pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. And the pressure gets to him again.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
Bringing you back, it's Campbell. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. He's running out of time here. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And, man, they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defensive line.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. That's caught. It's Green. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Or maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Can he make it to the marker? They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Aggies hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, enough for a first down. Touchdown, A&M. They will claim the second half lead.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Georgia offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Handoff from the shotgun, running through the tackle. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Beck. Snags the quick throw. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
First down here for this offense. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And just this time they're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. Gets some space around the 30. Steps out of bounds after a nice gain. Finally, some show of light from this offense.
It's a great play for the offense, but let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. Whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Rashada. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. That one knocked away, incomplete. Good job by the defense to end the 3rd quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. Long enough and good.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Bringing it out, it's Campbell. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play calling? Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzings. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he fires the football to the right side. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Chris, I just don't know about this ball. I like the aggressive approach, but at this point, late in the game, playing with the lead, third down and long, maybe you run the ball. You know, work that clock. Continue to think about the big picture. Now you're facing fourth down and long, and I think you got to punt it away and hope the defense can secure a victory.
And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They settled for a field goal last time. Let's see what they can come up with on this possession. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Scanning the field, it's Rashada. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Campbell. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? First down. They're going to throw the football. Bringing pressure. Finding some room at the 25. They'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense self-destructing. Penalty makes it 1st and 20. Looking to throw. It's Reed. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. The quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. Pressure moment for the quarterback. We'll see if he can stay calm and collected. Down a score late in the game. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their 1st of the half. Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he's got some open field ahead. At the 10 now. Touchdown, Dawgs. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Important 2nd down play coming up. On the ground, it's Owens. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Grab near the sticks. It's Campbell. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Well, throwing to the line here with the clock running. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Going the other way, can they catch him? And that's a solid return after the interception.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
Breaks the tackle, gets into the clear. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And they tack on the extra point. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Back to throw. It's Reed. Running out of time in the pocket. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And this is going to be a safety. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this head coach told us we prepared well. We're ready. I'd be shocked if we didn't go out and play well. And he had a good read on his team. That's a big win.
This team was incredibly well prepared, and schematically, I liked a lot of the things they did to counter how the defense was attacking them. Sometimes games can be won and lost thanks to a good game plan, and we saw how it made a big difference today.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.